Hello everyone, good evening everyone. Welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to analyze the Hindu newspaper for 3rd of July 2020. आप सभी का स्वागत है अर्पिता शर्मा क्लासेस में. मैं हूं आपकी एजुकेटर अर्पिता शर्मा और आज हम 3rd जुलाई 2020 का द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर के इम्पोर्टेंट करंट अफेयर्स को एनालाइज करेंगे, राइट? एंड ऑल्सो आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू सम होमवर्क क्वेश्चंस व्हिच यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस योरसेल्फ. कुछ होमवर्क क्वेश्चंस भी आपको क्लास में दिए जाएंगे जो खुद से आपको प्रैक्टिस करने हैं. ठीक है, क्लियर? तो चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट द क्लास. बट बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द क्लास, हियर्स अ स्मॉल अनाउंसमेंट एज यूजुअल फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू. बाय नाउ आप सबको पता ही होगा क्या अनाउंसमेंट है. अनाउंसमेंट है क्लास रिसोर्सेज के बारे में. क्लास का पीडीएफ मिल जाता है आपको टेलीग्राम चैनल पे इजीली, और टेलीग्राम चैनल का नाम क्या है? सिंप्लीफाइंग यूपीएससी विद ईज, राइट? एंड उसका लिंक भी डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया गया है. So all the class notes, resources, PDFs, you can easily avail them on my Telegram channel for free of cost. The name of the channel is Simplifying UPSC with Ease. And here's another small announcement regarding your Unacademy Plus subscription. अब ये announcement आपकी Unacademy Plus से related है. I am taking live classes on Unacademy Plus. You can use code Sharma20 to get 10% discount. Also, 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, 24 month, 12 month, जितने भी महीने का आपको सब्सक्रिप्शन चाहिए आप आराम से लो. आपको 10% डिस्काउंट मिलेगा ये कोड यूज करके, Sharma20. ठीक है? Another announcement, I am taking a live free special class on Unacademy Plus tomorrow. Important reports and indices for prelims 2020. कल सुबह 8 बजे लाइव क्लास होने वाली है Unacademy Plus पे. फ्री क्लास है, important reports and indices. prelims 2020 के लिए बहुत important है. This is a free class. You can join it. The link is given below in the description box. Register to this class 8 to 9 am. 8 से 9 बजे ये क्लास होगी. Then another class is on understanding ethical ideas of Buddhism. This is important from the perspective of GS paper 4. So it is from 10 to 11 am in the morning tomorrow. कल 10 से 11 ये क्लास होने वाली है. And the third class which I am going to take is understanding ethical ideas of Jainism. Again for GS paper 4. It will be at night tomorrow 10 pm to 11 pm. 10 से 11 बजे रात को ये क्लास होगी. So all these 3 classes I am going to take free of cost on Unacademy Plus. You can register in these classes for free. The link is given below in the description box. Let's start with the analysis, right? Homework question for today for self-practice is, Patanjali Ayurveda's claimed cure for COVID-19 has been criticized for making unsubstantiated claims of efficacy. An integrated approach of drug testing will create win-win situation for both Ayurveda and allopathy. Discuss. 15 marks का question है, 250 words में आपको इसको लिखना है. ठीक है? Now let's start with this particular news. Custodial death. 3 policemen held in Tamil Nadu custodial death case. By now everyone has heard of the tragic death of P. Jayaraj and J. Benix, a father-son duo in small town in Thothukudi. अब तक तो आप सभी को इस पर्टिकुलर न्यूज के बारे में पता चल ही गया होगा, राइट? These are the deaths which have been reported in Tamil Nadu. These are custodial deaths. कस्टडी में जब डेथ होती है इंसान की तो उसे कस्टोडियल डेथ बोलते हैं. Jayaraj, 58 years of age, was arrested by the police following an altercation with them on keeping his son's mobile phone shop open in violation of lockdown rules. After Benix was also taken into custody, the two were mercilessly thrashed to death. The question is, was this crime so big that they were thrashed to death? क्या ये क्राइम जो था, ये वायोलेशन इतना ज्यादा था कि उनको अपनी जान गंवानी पड़ी? Right? This is the question. It is important for GS paper 2 issue of custodial death. The top court's interventions in 1990s regarding custodial death through cases like Joginder Kumar versus State of UP, D.K. Basu versus State of West Bengal, the Supreme Court issued guidelines passed to try and secure 2 rights in the context of any state action that we discussed yesterday also. The Supreme Court said, right to life and right to know why the person is being arrested. This is the right which every citizen enjoys. ये वो right है जो हर citizen, हर नागरिक के पास है. आपकी राइट टू लाइफ आपके पास है, आपकी जान पर आपका हक है. राइट टू नो यू हैव. अगर आपको कोई अरेस्ट कर रहा है, आपके पास हक है, आप पूछो क्यों मुझे अरेस्ट किया जा रहा है, क्या चार्जेस हैं, राइट. सो कस्टोडियल डेथ के ऊपर काफी केसेस पास्ट में आए हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल डी.के. बासु वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ बंगाल in 1997. In 1994 it was Joginder Kumar versus state of UP. And after these cases, Supreme Court came on the conclusion that in every state, in every part of our country, citizens have the right to life and right to know. So in this context, custodial torture it's a naked violation, that is clear-cut violation of human dignity and degradation, which destroys to a large extent individual personality. So question can come in GS paper 2. GS paper 2 में question आ सकता है. Discuss significance, that is importance of implementation of D.K. Basu judgment with respect to custodial death in India. Here you have to explain the issue of custodial death. First you will explain what is custodial death, right? Then you will explain what was D.K. Basu judgment, what was the verdict which was passed. Then you have to address the issue highlighting the significance of these two rights, right to know and right to life. The death of father and son duo due to alleged custodial torture in Tamil Nadu has brought into focus the topic of police reforms and role of judiciary. Now what is the role of judiciary? As always, जब conversation उस direction में जाती है, राइट, एक पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन में कॉन्वर्जेशन जा रही होती है पुलिस रिफॉर्म से रिलेटेड, तो जुडिशरी को स्टेप इन करना ही पड़ता है, क्योंकि फाइनली एट द एंड हमें रे ऑफ होप कहां से मिलती है? जुडिशरी से मिलती है, राइट. व्हेनेवर देयर इज एनी डिस्कशन ओवर द टॉपिक ऑफ पुलिस रिफॉर्म्स, the conversation steers into the direction of the towards the judiciary. Why? Because at the end where we all will have to go to seek the justice, judiciary, right? It is the only source of hope and action at the end for all of us. So in this case also, the Madurai High Court has taken notice on its own and is closely monitoring the situation right now. Now, how Supreme Court previously handled this situation? Past में भी ऐसा केस हुआ है. This is not the first case of custodial death. In past also, many cases have been there. So, in past, in 1994, there was Joginder Kumar versus State of UP case. In 1997, there was D.K. Basu versus State of West Bengal. And here, Supreme Court came on to the conclusion that whenever any state action is to be taken, we have to make sure the two rights are being taken care of. The right to life and the right to know. Right? And through the guidelines, court sought to curb the power of arrest and also ensured that an accused person is made aware of all critical information regarding his or her arrest and also convey this to friends and family immediately in the event of being taken in custody. So the friends and family will also be informed about the arrest. The Code of Criminal Procedure Act 2008, it gave statutory backing to these judicial guidelines. It remains part of the law today. Finally, also in Prakash Singh versus Union of India case, court pushed through new legislation for governing police forces to be passed by states across India. So basically, a grievance redressal mechanism was established. This we studied in the yesterday's class, right? What else has been advised by the judiciary to reduce police violence? Supporting the scientific investigations. Whatever the arrest, whatever claims are being used by the police to make the arrest, right? You have to support them with scientific investigations. That means evidences, proofs should be given. Fascination for techniques like narco analysis, ensuring video recording of investigations, etc. Passing orders for installing closed circuit television cameras inside police stations so that no atrocities can be performed on the people who have been arrested without any proof. Okay, so these are the different advices given by the judiciary to police violence. But are these advices being carried on or being fulfilled or implemented? क्या इनमें से कोई भी advice हर जगह fulfill की जा रही है, पूरी की जा रही है, मानी जा रही है, accept की जा रही है? Answer is no. Answer क्या है इसका? No. Right? So why judicial interventions have failed to curb the violence? For it is the ordinary magistrate and not the constitutional court who is the judicial actor wielding real power to realize substantial change in police practices. That is why the provisions have proven to be a failure. Constitutional court has to be included in these cases. Gap between highest court and lowly police officer in India has been shown through studies which show how despite criminal laws being struck down as unconstitutional, they continue to be enforced. Why? Because जो low level police officer है हमारी country में, उसका जो connection है या जो link है highest court के verdict से वो नहीं बैठा होता है, वो नहीं बनाया जाता है. Right? When any verdict is passed by the highest court, it never reaches to the low, to the you can say last grassroots level of the police. पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट के ग्रास रूट लेवल तक वर्डिक्ट नहीं पहुंचती है, जिसके वजह से इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं होती है. सो व्हाट नीड्स टू बी डन? First thing is this gap. We have to fill up this gap between the grassroots level of the police administration and the Supreme Court. Then we have to include the constitutional courts in these matters. Ordinary magistrate से हटकर अब हमें constitutional courts को involve करना चाहिए. Sanctions should be made at larger scale. Monetary penalties should be you can say imposed at the district level. Right? अगर कोई इस बात को कोई भी वर्डिक्ट को नहीं मानता है, नहीं अपनाता है, तो मॉनेटरी पेनल्टीज लगाना शुरू कर दो. अपने आप मानेंगे जब जेब से पैसे निकलेंगे. राइट? The next important news, private trains will benefit travelers. Railway Board chief is saying this. Railway kick-started the process to allow the private players to operate certain trains on its network by inviting request for qualification. What is request for qualification? It is typically used as screening step to establish a pool of vendors. Vendors means individuals or businessmen to provide a product or service that are then qualified and thus eligible to submit response to a request for proposal. तो होता क्या है, जितने भी बिजनेसमैन हैं या जितने भी इंडिविजुअल्स हैं उनको इकट्ठा किया जाता है, वो अपना रिक्वेस्ट सबमिट करते हैं कि हमें इस एक्टिविटी में पार्टिसिपेट करना है, फिर इनकी स्क्रीनिंग होती है. राइट? उसके बाद इनमें से कुछ लोगों को सिलेक्ट किया जाता है. ठीक है? दैट इज रिक्वेस्ट फॉर क्वालिफिकेशन. Clear? So this project which we have studied in the last class also, the project is expected to attract 30,000 crore in private investment. According to the data which is shared through railways, 840 crore passengers in 2019-20 were ferried. About 5 crore passengers could not be accommodated, meaning their wait-listed tickets were dropped. On the technological advancements, the train coaches now required maintenance after they ran 4,000 kilometers. So if private players enter the railways, right, so you can see that technological advancements will enhance, right? Modernization will enter into the railway system. ठीक है? Clear? And the major objective of this project is induction of modern technology, reducing the travel time, transit time. These private trains would be run in addition to the currently available trains. So that means the quantity of trains will increase, because of which ज़्यादा distance cover हो सकेगा कम time में. Right? It will increase employment also in railways. अगर private players आ रहे हैं तो employment भी लेकर आ रहे हैं अपने साथ. Right? Now let us understand few points on the railway board. This is important for prelims. ये आपके pre के लिए बहुत important है. Railway Board is the apex body of Indian Railways and it reports to Parliament through Ministry of Railways. Railway Board comprises of one chairman, 7 members of Railway Board, Financial Commissioner, who is the representative of Ministry of Finance. It includes Director General, Director General Personnel and Director General Railway Protection Force. RHS रेलवे हेल्थ सर्विसेज का एक डायरेक्टर जनरल होता है, पर्सनल डायरेक्टर जनरल होता है और एक रेलवे प्रोटेक्शन फोर्स का डायरेक्टर जनरल होता है. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द ऑफिसर्स हु आर पोस्टेड इन मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रेलवेज आर ईदर फ्रॉम ऑर्गेनाइज्ड ग्रुप ए रेलवे सर्विस और द रेलवे बोर्ड सेक्रेटेरिएट सर्विस. सो वंस यू क्लियर यूपीएससी, chances are high according to your rank you might be posted or recruited in the railway force. Right? आपको आपके रैंक के हिसाब से रेलवे फोर्स में भी पोस्टिंग मिल सकती है. ठीक है? Next important news, India's trade deficit with China dips to $48.66 billion. So India's trade deficit with China has decreased to $48.66 billion in 2019-20. Why? Because of the decline in imports from the neighboring country. Right? Exports to China last year, in the last financial year, it was $16.6 billion. and imports were $65.26 billion. But the trade deficit is now at $53.56 billion. 2018-19 में $53.56 billion था. Then in 17-18 it was $63 billion. But now in 19-20 it is $48.66 billion. FDI will be regulated in internet tech sector, says Ministry of External Affairs. Ministry of External Affairs has reiterated that India remains open for FDI, that is foreign direct investment, but it will enforce regulatory system while welcoming the inflow of funds into internet technologies. We all have studied yesterday how the e-digital marketplace, right, it is booming. कैसे आपका जो आपका डिजिटल मार्केट प्लेस है इंक्रीज कर रहा है, बूम कर रहा है इस लॉकडाउन के दौरान, इसने काफी ज्यादा गति पकड़ी है, राइट। तो हमारी कंट्री एफडीआई हमारे ई डिजिटल मार्केट प्लेस में अलाउ कर रही है, बट स्टिल आवर नेशन इज सेइंग दैट इवन आफ्टर अलाउइंग दिस एफडीआई इनटू द ई डिजिटल मार्केट प्लेस, वी विल पुट इन, you can say, on the forefront certain important regulatory systems. Indiscriminate FDI will not be allowed. अंधाधुंध FDI हम अलाउ नहीं करेंगे, हम रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस को फॉलो करके ही FDI को परमिशन देंगे. Response came 2 days after India banned 59 Chinese apps. Bid to turn Shivalik Forest into Tiger Reserve. This is very important for prelims. And for mains it is very important because you have to remember how a forest can turn into a tiger reserve. ठीक है, इंटरव्यू के लिए भी it is important. तो Saharanpur Divisional Commissioner has sent a proposal to UP government to declare the Shivalik forest in the Saharanpur circle as a tiger reserve. This forest constitutes northern tip of the state of UP. It is located at the foothills of Shivalik range. It connects 4 states, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana and UP. It is believed that it will facilitate safe movement of tigers and it will reduce man-on-animal conflict also. If this proposal is accepted, it will become the 4th tiger reserve in UP. And the 3 tiger reserves already in UP are Amangarh in Bijnor, Pilibhit and Dudhwa in Lakhimpur Kheri. So this is very important point for prelims. ये आपके 2020, 21 and 22 के लिए important है. Okay? China opposes UK's citizenship offer. China has warned Britain that it could retaliate with corresponding measures for London's decision to extend broader path to citizenship for the residents of Hong Kong. British plan covers almost 3 million Hong Kongers who either have a British national overseas passport or are eligible to apply for one. As you all know, China and Hong Kong के बीच में चल रहा है tussle, right? There's a tussle going on between China and Hong Kong. Hong Kong wants to separate itself. China wants to control its authority over Hong Kong, right? Hong Kong does not want to stay as an autonomous state. It wants to become independent. And Britain is extending its help towards Hong Kong. So China is against Britain now. China has warned Britain that it could retaliate with corresponding measures for London's decision to extend broader path to citizenship for the residents of Hong Kong. Understood? समझ आई ये बात? ब्रिटेन हांगकांग की मदद करने की कोशिश कर रहा है तो चाइना को इस वक्त गुस्सा आ रहा है. With referendum win, Vladimir Putin tightens grip on power. The preliminary results released by Election Commission in Russia showed that almost 78% of voters endorsed the amendments to its constitution. There have been changes which have been kept forward, proposed changes जो कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में रशिया में सामने रखे गए और 78% वोटर्स ने कहा कि ये अमेंडमेंट्स हम अलाउ करते हैं. We are in favor of endorsing the amendments. The proposed changes had already been approved by Parliament and Supreme Court, but the Kremlin chose to put it on vote for legitimacy and popular approval. And finally, 78% of the citizens are in favor of these amendments. What are the changes? Reorganization of government, introducing higher minimum pension and wages, ban on gay marriage, restricting top officials from holding dual citizenship, enshrining faith in God as a core value, emphasizing primacy of constitution over international treaties and rulings. Clear? So this is the news. Now the very famous news, G4 virus. Researchers in China have discovered new form of swine flu that can infect humans, and they believe it has the potential to cause a future pandemic just like coronavirus. अब एक नया वायरस आ गया है सामने, G4 वायरस, जो कि स्वाइन फ्लू जैसा ही एक वायरस है, स्वाइन फ्लू का एक नया फॉर्म है, और रिसर्चर्स का कहना यह है कि ये इंसानों को इन्फेक्ट करने की पॉसिबिलिटी इसके अंदर, पोटेंशियलिटी इसके अंदर है, और फ्यूचर में ये कोरोना वायरस जैसे ही महामारी बन सकता है. Swine flu has been dubbed the G4 virus, and it's related to H1N1 flu also, which was widespread in the year 2009. What is G4 virus exactly? It is newly discovered strain of H1N1 flu virus, which is found in pigs but has combined the swine flu virus with H1N1 virus, circulates in humans. G4 viruses bind to receptor molecules in human cells. They can replicate in the outer layer of respiratory system, and it can infect humans via aerosol transmission, air transmission, causing severe clinical symptoms like sneezing, wheezing, coughing, right? And it has the potential to become a human virus. So this is very, very important for your prelims. ये आपके prelims के लिए काफी important है. Also important for GS paper 3 mains. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. अगर आज की क्लास आपको सीरियसली अच्छी लगी ना, तो आप प्लीज इस वीडियो को लाइक करना ना भूलें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, और वीडियो को शेयर कीजिए. जितने भी आपके फेलोज एस्पिरेंट्स हैं, फ्रेंड्स हैं, आप उनके साथ इस वीडियो को शेयर कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? थैंक यू एंड हैव अ ब्यूटीफुल नाइट अहेड.